What's poppin', y'all? 6ix9ine's begging to get in the good graces of Trippie Redd, and I don't think it's gonna happen. And this all started with 6ix9ine doing a stream with the boxer Ryan Garcia.
When I create music, I just want to be, about energy, and like artistry, timeless.
Oh, shit.
And I want to be timeless. I make real music.
Okay, Trippie. You know Kanye?
What you say?
No, do you know the song Ghost Town by Kanye West?
Who's that?
Oh, shit.
Yeah, who is that?
I mean, it's one of the best songs in the world, Kanye West. One of the best artists ever.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, shit. Bro, that's crazy.
So this was all a parody that 6ix9ine set up when he streamed with Ryan Garcia in reference to Trippie's stream with Ryan Garcia that a lot of people felt was, number one, disrespectful towards Ye, but they felt like it was an awkward tension between them.
They want me to ask, what's your favorite moment of X?
Me and X took acid, bro.
Nice.
I was in the backyard with him and shit. And we was looking at the trees and shit. He was telling me, like, the trees be breathing and shit. I ain't believe him type shit. But then, like, after a while, I was so fried. I was like, damn, low-key seemed like everything alive. Like, for real. And then I think it just made me notice, like, everything was alive. That was my first and only time ever doing that, too.
Damn.
Oh, we went to the beach at, like, 2 in the morning, too. Still off the acid.
Wow.
And then like walking up to the water, and he was like, a crab about to walk out. I said, no, the f it's not, bro. A crab came out the water, it snipped Tankhead's finger.
Wow.
I swear to God, it was some crazy shit. Like, locked in like he one with Earth. Another moment is like, we just used to ride around together and shit, and like listen to like fire music, like nostalgic shit to us, like rock music and shit, or like old ass hip hop that like influenced us and shit. It used to be like my favorite moments, like when we get into like some creative bags and really talk about music and shit.
What you think about Juice WRLD?
Juice WRLD was amazing.
Yeah, he was amazing, right?
Yeah.
Still is, right? In a way. Rest in peace, Juice.
Always gonna be.
Yeah, always gonna be, right? Yeah.
Sure. I loved his music. I feel like he was the rapper out of us.
He was
like,
the freestyle
he could
king,
really
huh?
rap,
Yeah.
like, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you like 6ix9ine or is he cool? I mean, I feel like you guys don't have beef, so.
I don't have no problem with
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, for sure.
There's no issue. I just don't really, like I pay attention. I see what he does. And I be laughing at shit, but I don't really like with him at all.
Yeah, I feel it.
On some internet, we just never see each other. Like, I'm gonna sit there and laugh at what he's talking about and shit. Like, it ain't no.
I personally thought this was a funny interaction. I also thought it was good to get some insight from Trippie Redd on his experience with X and stuff like that. And he also talked about 6ix9ine. But one of the moments was when he pretended not to really know Ye. And that's one thing that 6ix9ine referenced as well.
This is one of my favorite songs right here. You know this song?
No, who's this?
Kanye West.
You said who?
Kanye. This song hard. He said, who's this? Crazy.
No, I never heard it.
So Ryan Garcia was a little bit confused throughout this stream. He tried to bring up God a bunch, said Trippie Redd pulled up with a whole mask and all of that. So while Ryan Garcia was talking with this chat, this is what he had to say.
There was some funny.
Yeah, guys, I don't think he's not a wolf in sheep's clothing. You know, Trippie, he had 666 on his eyelids.
Did he?
Yeah.
But you can tell that he got uncomfortable when he started talking about God.
For real?
You kind of brushed it off low key.
But you definitely gotta still try to plant the seed, right?
Mm-hmm.
God can save everyone, right?
That's the ones he want to save.
Yeah.
The most.
For real. You know, we try not to judge people, but, at the end of the day, anytime somebody's smoking weed, it starts off awkward because they're so, like...
Laid back.
Laid
And
back.
he put down like 6.
Yeah.
In a row all by himself.
So, like, guys, I'm sorry if it felt awkward, but, like, when you're not smoking weed with people that are smoking weed, it's awkward.
If we were smoking weed with him, it would have been funny.
Yeah.
We don't do that.
Yeah. My bad, guys, if you guys thought it was weird, bro.
It was like a little like. It was a little weird.
It was, right?
Yeah.
Man, there was a lot of dark energy there. I could feel it.
Bro, I fucking thought the same.
I feel it right now.
I wanted to dip. But nah, I mean, he's a cool person. You can't judge a person.
Nah. We're not gonna judge him at all. Put that the light of Jesus, you know, shining on them. And sometimes it does make people uncomfortable, and I didn't want to make him uncomfortable, and that's why I didn't push the issue a lot. But I hope that I planted some type of seed in him, and you know, I hope him the best.
And God's proud of you for that.
Yeah. I just try to, you know, use my discernment as best as I can, guys. We joke. What are you talking about? I've been knowing Trippie, you know, for like years. He was cool with Fully Fame. It's just,
If we see 6ix9ine on someone's eyelids,
what do we? I mean, what
do you want
you
us
guys
to
want
say?
me to side with the world or with God? Like, come on now.
So Trippie Redd sees this stuff and he replies and says, Ryan Garcia was off coke so bad when I first met him. LMAO. Talking about dark energy. What makes you bright? Coke? Aw, Ryan couldn't say hard R in front of all the Black Don because he a coked out washed fighter trying to be a streamer now. This is crazy disrespect. He is not, dude, he just won a fight. Well, he did pop for PEDs, but he was saying that it was Osterine, which I don't want to get into the complications of that, but he just won that fight with Devin Haney, basically. They removed it later, but Ryan Garcia is not a washed fighter whatsoever. If anything, that was his most impressive performance. If, you know, you take away the fact that he popped for it. Now, I'm not going to get into the whole boxing conversation. But Ryan Garcia is not washed whatsoever. He's at the top of his game. He's in elite shape. Now, he was crashing out mentally for a little while. He was like going through a psychotic break. But yeah, he's trying to do a little bit too much there. And saying he's trying to be a streamer now when Trippie Redd was streaming games recently, it's the pot calling the kettle black. And if anything, Ryan Garcia is higher up on the totem pole of his career and domain than Trippie Redd currently is in his career and domain. Regardless, he says, mad I ain't want to box with his sorry at. I'm Trippie Redd. Go play with Gorlock or something. This ain't that. I think this was, he was doing a bit much here, right? But granted, I think it's understandable for them to react in the way that they did. They're talking about this Jesus stuff. They're like, yo, why does this guy have 666 on his eyelids? Trippie Redd is a bit out there. But 6ix9ine would address whether he thinks Trippie's demonic or not.
What do you guys think, chat? You guys gotta fill me in on this. Like,
No, I'm gonna show you. I think Trippie is influenced by two different people. I think he's influenced by Marilyn Manson. Shout out Marilyn Manson. I think he does this. I don't know. I never met him, so I can't speak on that.
I can't even shout that out.
No. I'm giving you what Trippie Redd. I don't think Trippie Redd is demonic. I think he wants this demographic. I think Trippie's demographic is like kids who are like punk rock, just open-minded, free-spirited, like wanted to experiment different shit. I don't think he's really demonic. I think he's trying to appeal to that type of crowd.
How far can you go though before it becomes just?
So here, this matters from 6ix9ine because since 6ix9ine got out of jail, he's been very on his religious, spiritual, God-fearing tip. Like he did a Vlad interview where he talks about like, yo, everything he has is thanks to God. And him and Ryan are on that same type of timing right there. And he's dropping a parody. So I think 6ix9ine is being honest here. And when it comes to the demonic stuff with Trippie Redd, let's be real. Trippie Redd even admits it. He blew up when he was 16. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. These were the peak of Trippie Redd's career. Dude, his fans were the same age as him. And some people that were probably 15, 16, 17, they thought that like occultish, demonic stuff was cool and edgy. And they were into it back then. And if you were a fan of Trippie Redd that was a teenager back then and at the age you're at right now, are you still on that? Probably not. You probably grew out of it. So I just think that's what happened with Trippie Redd, and he just had some tattoos that he's not. What is he going to get? He's going to tattoo over it on his eyelids? No. And I think Trippie Redd was also into that, like, what is he saying? Like 666 is like melanin type of stuff. So Baby was also on that as well. And right now, Trippie Redd is a performance artist. He's also image. Like his image plays a big part of his music. But the next part is where 6ix9ine tries to extend an olive branch.
Something internal that you don't want to hear.
You don't want to face.
Maybe this is
within
the
you.
most boring part of this stream, but to you, that's the demons telling you, yo,
I want to see something.
when are they going to say Trippie? When are they going to say Gucci? When are they going to say this guy, this guy? Because that's what you want to hear. That's what the skin,
That's
flesh.
what the flesh wants, yeah.
That's what the flesh wants.
Facts.
It's not you. So like at the end of the day, I don't feel like Trippie's a bad person.
Yeah.
If you guys could set up something with me and Trippie and we
should do
actually
it.
talk, yeah, we do this for content, but at the end of the day, we're all God's children.
I will say here, I like what 6ix9ine has done, but let's not do this. Trippie Redd, you should never. If Trippie Redd ain't listening to this, man. But Trippie Redd should never. Now I wouldn't say never, but he should not link back up with 6ix9ine because 6ix9ine's the loser in this situation. 6ix9ine quit music. Trippie Redd is a legend in music. And I know some people are like gasp. You're saying Trippie Redd is a SoundCloud legend. Like, let's talk about who he's made music with, dog. He got one of the biggest SoundCloud songs of all time with X, and he contributed a lot to that song. He's got hits upon hits, so many platinum plaques, and he's still alive, and he's still young, and he's still making good music. Is he at the top of the game popularity-wise? No. But the point is, the argument that they had with 6ix9ine and Trippie Redd, 6ix9ine was hotter then, but where's 6ix9ine's music career right now? 6ix9ine tapped out of music, and he just became a personality, which, with all due respect to Trippie Redd, you cannot do that. You are not funny like 6ix9ine. You are not entertaining in the way that 6ix9ine is. You don't have the wit that 6ix9ine has in terms of like interview skills and being able to get one over on people. You just don't got that. And that's why he had one over on you. But you do have the music aspect. Musically, you are better than 6ix9ine. So to come back with, especially after 6ix9ine has to clown you like this and make you the butt of the joke, if he's cool with you again, he's going to clown you, and he's going to create scenarios and environments in which you can be clowned, which, while you have a music career going on right now, is not the move. Yeah, you want to be seen as doing your own thing. And you won. Like I said, Trippie Redd won this interaction with 6ix9ine. 6ix9ine has now been relegated to being an entertainer. And I think that's where 6ix9ine always belonged. And music was just the avenue for him to get there, because when 6ix9ine got into music, 2017, 2018, 2019, that was peak music. In terms of not like necessarily quality, but music was the forefront of conversation and content and everything all together. And it was a great opportunity. A lot of people made a lot of money. You want to know why it was such a big opportunity, or the best evidence? You had Bad Baby, Gucci flip-flops. She had hit songs. You had random people. They were just throwing hits at people. And music was just printing. Like a Cardi B, had she... I don't want to diss Cardi B. I think that's disrespectful. Because she has... Well, actually, no. She took such a long break from music. So we are going to throw her into the pot here. A Cardi B would not have done music or gotten the opportunity to do music and go to the next level in the current day. But when she was back then, in this same era, it was the time for that. So 6ix9ine, he tapped out of music. He's in entertainment. Trippie Redd is still doing music. Trippie Redd is still focused on music. Trippie Redd has always had music at the forefront. And whilst I think Trippie Redd doesn't necessarily care about 6ix9ine anymore, I think he's I don't think he's pressed about 6ix9ine. I don't think he wants to harm 6ix9ine, because he's the victor in this situation. So if he won the war, why would he come down and be friends with you and have a conversation with you? No, it's just, you stay over there, I'm going to stay over here. Like, Trippie Redd's music career is not down and out anywhere. Like that song Wish, last year it was on the Billboard Hot 100. It was doing numbers. He was just performing the other day. He got a booking. I think it was at like Claviculars Club or something like that. He got a bag to perform there. And recently he had talked about coming back after taking a break that he needed from music on this yacht.
do you tour though? I haven't did nothing in a while. Like I took 3 years off. I'm just now about to drop again. So really, I love the tour. I love to do. I had to find like a passion for it though. Like I sat back, took some time to find passion for like music and like doing everything like shows, just putting my all into it rather than just winging it and making money. Cause that's what I was doing for a long time. I blew up when I was 16, so a lot of the times I was just going to make my money, just jumping around on stage, and now it's like, think bigger. What do I do now, you know?
This was a good conversation because it happened with DDG as well. And like this was what I was referencing too when he was saying that he blew up when he was so young. You have to step back. When you blow up that young, just in general, it's like you got hit with a tornado. I've seen it happen. So much stuff is happening so fast. It's like the album that I always reference, Live Life Fast by Roddy Ricch. That album, it was so poorly received. And frankly, the album sucked, especially in comparison to his first project. And it wasn't just because of the sounds of it, but the material there. But so much was happening so fast in Roddy Ricch's career. Trippie Redd experienced that to a bit of a lesser degree because Roddy Ricch was explosive. I mean, talk about this guy's getting #1 week over week past Selena Gomez and Justin Bieber. Yummy. And they're doing everything in their power to get songs like that up there. Trippie Redd, he can fall back. He gets to live life a little bit and then come back with more material because that's where the best music comes from is rapper, artist, goes, lives life, has a bunch of different experiences, writes, makes music with the emotions of those experiences, and then gives them to us, and then we can enjoy it. So he didn't necessarily take like a big break because he has been dropping music. Like there was like Mansion music or something like that. And I've been enjoying Trippie Redd's more recent releases. But I do think that Trippie Redd should just not even speak on 6ix9ine. Like how he acted with Ye, he should just be like, yeah, you know, good for him. But he should never interact with 6ix9ine. You are playing a losing game. And do not be fooled by 6ix9ine saying like, yeah, you know, I don't see a problem. We could hop on. No, you don't need to hop on anything. No, pick your battles wisely. And Trippie Redd focused on the music and longevity battle, and it worked. And 6ix9ine is trying to mock it and be ironic about it right now. But, hey, 6ix9ine's music is not hitting right now. And it hasn't hit for a very long time, ever since he got out. So Trippie Redd, like I said, he won. And he deserves to bask in his glory, which is to ignore 6ix9ine and to let him keep chasing. But let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like and subscribe and hit the notification bell if you enjoyed. And I'm going to see y'all on the next one.